welcome, everybody, to a very, very special episode of the Greenbox Convos. It's your boy Just Lando with my main man, my co-host.
This is correspondent Stephen A. Smith, live in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center, where these motherfuckers got dropped off.
AKA Petty Mar. Anyways, it's the show where we bring you guys this week's headlines, try to keep you informed as much as we can. We do a little bit of this or that or this, a top five, then we wrap. You know what I mean? And with that, Mr. Mar, how was your week?
It was lovely, man. We were supposed to have a heat wave here in California, and I wasn't looking forward to it. But luckily, it was cool. It was nice. Work was chill. It was like, damn, like, all right, this is a kind of a good week. I don't want to jinx it, but it was a nice little week. How about you, my brother?
I'm lucky in that regard because I live next to the beach. So the wind coming off the water, it's always 10 degrees cooler where I live. So it's chill. But other than that, yeah, man, it was pretty straightforward week. It was kind of went by kind of fast for me. You know?
Good.
Knocked out an anime. That Record of Ragnarok was popping, but other than that, I didn't do shit. I was chilling.
Long ass anime.
It was 12 episodes.
All right, cool. Season 300. Yeah, you're right.
That was the first season. It was on Netflix. Check it out. As a matter of fact, I challenge you to watch that so you can get caught up and be on at least one anime.
I'm not. It's not that I got anything against anime, but like I just know I know when I'm not gonna watch some shit, so I don't bullshit.
I get it, but you're gonna watch this. I'm gonna have to just tape you up in front of and then hold a phone in front of your face. You won't watch. You gonna watch. You gonna watch. You gonna watch like that.
Like motherfuckers was like, oh, you're gonna watch Lord of the Rings, or no, not Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and then the last season came and y'all was like,
everybody was pissed off.
Exactly.
I didn't watch it because I if it gets too hyped up, it turns me off of it. So I just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But all right, man. With that, let's hit these people with these headlines, G.
Happy Juneteenth.
Hey, Millie rock with one hand. Millie rock with one hand. I got a drink in this hand, so y'all don't judge me, but Millie rock with one hand.
This is the first official one as a federal holiday. For some reason, it felt like I was working pretty damn hard, too hard today.
Hey, dead ass. I was working hard as hell. I was like, hey, hold on, y'all supposed to take it easy. This is the first one, and I'm sweating.
Like, ain't this one? This is for me? Like, what the hell?
This definitely gave me the day off because I complain.
Do you view Juneteenth being passed as a federal holiday? Do you see it as a victory, or are you looking at it as some say like they're just kind of pandering to avoid addressing the real issues, or both? Like, which one? Oh, you think they're pandering?
Absolutely. We never asked for it. You know what I mean? Nobody asked for this shit to be a federal holiday. They just thought it was something that sounded good, that we can do. What we really want is equal treatment in the eyes of all. That's all. I don't think that's so much to ask for. Now that there's a holiday associated with us, now we're going to look like, oh, they think they're so much better than us because they got a whole holiday. No, we didn't even want the shit. Nobody asked for it. Nobody that I know of, anyway. You know anybody that asked for it?
Nope. It was a surprise.
Exactly. That shit came out of right field. I was like, huh? We got a what now? Where my check? You know what I mean? That's all. Like, where my check? I'd rather. It's not like because we get Juneteenth or whatever that now when I get pulled over and that window come down, you know what I mean? I don't feel any more safer. That's all I want is to feel safe. If I get pulled over for speeding, a busted headlight, whatever, I just want to feel safe that I'm knowing I'm going home. I can just get a ticket and have my day in court without having this man, you know what I mean, or this woman smelling something in the car, or, you're not supposed to have that there. What are you reaching for? I'm not reaching for pop, pop, pop. So that's what I want. That's what I want. But hey, big ups to Juneteenth, man. I'll take it, I guess, if I got to.
It's funny because like my boss trying to explain it, was just like, yeah, guys, we're gonna have tomorrow. It's gonna be Juneteenth. Fortunately, Marlon, we don't have it all. Like, oh, you motherfucker! Like, son of a bitch. Okay, okay. I'm the only black person in this office. All right, bet.
Tragic. Tragic.
But
Let me tell you what these motherfuckers at the job did, bruh. I get to work today.
uh,
These motherfuckers had a lunch, a Juneteenth lunch. Open that shit up. It's a boiled hot link. Boiled, my nigga, not grilled. Boiled with hot potato salad and baked beans and a strawberry kiwi soda. I said, you got to be motherfucking shitting me.
where the fuck HR?
Oh,
You see this shit?
you see this shit? Come on, dog. I get what y'all trying to do, and I appreciate it, but whoa, swing in a motherfucking miss, ain't it?
It's kind of hard because like I get it, I get the gestures and stuff, but it's just like y'all niggas need to ask some black folks that y'all work with, like, hey, we're trying to do something. What can we do to possibly make it a positive experience? Can you give us any tips? It's like, don't go straight for the shit that you think, like, oh yeah, these niggas don't love the chicken. Yeah,
Watch
give them some of that
this.
grape soda.
Right? Give them a cookout food and they'll just go nuts. What? No. I looked at every black person in that office today. I was like, you see this shit? They were like, I'm just waiting for the Juneteenth celebration at Kia, where we can put $99 down and drive $99 a month for a new Kia Optima. You know what I mean? Or get 20% off a mattress at Mattress Firm. You know what I mean? Because it's Juneteenth celebration.
Real.
Shit, let's get to that part of the Juneteenth where we start commercializing and marketing the shit, motherfuckers.
I think it's a little bit of both though, because like, yeah, it's significant because it is an important day, but then at the same time, I think the way that they went about it was on some pander shit, and like, all right, now we can, that should be good for them for the next 5 months or so. Like, it's like, nah,
exactly.
bro, like, you still got to do all this other shit. Like, where's the other shit at? Like, come on.
Right. Let's talk about what happened there and teach it in the school instead of teaching you that Christopher Columbus crossed the ocean blue in 1492. Let's talk about what he really did, though.
And plus, I mean, I'm not trying to make it seem like belittle slavery, or like make like light of what our ancestors went through, but I felt like doing this Juneteenth thing now, it was a safe decision for them to make. You know what I mean? It's like, y'all want to impress me. Why don't you make Louis Farrakhan's birthday a national holiday, my nigga? Let's see how that goes. Do some controversy.
Nigga, the Klan will burn up everything from Florida to Texas.
They're going to do the Juneteenth shit when it's in vogue, when motherfuckers made it all right. Like, all right, it's safe to do this. Like, nah, don't do that.
Wasn't Juneteenth a Texas state holiday for like the last 40 years or some shit?
I think, yeah, certain like regions and areas might have celebrated it. Like, I know we didn't do shit, like, but
because we never had slavery in California.
Yeah, yeah.
But Texas was them assholes at the end when everybody was free, everybody running around in 1863. Here come 1864.
We gonna get 2 more years out of these niggas.
Yeah. You feel me? They over there. Nah, we ain't getting no mail today. That was some Whoopi Goldberg.
Nah, we didn't get that news. I'm sorry. Y'all free to go.
Word, slavery ended last week. Some whole ass motherfuckers for that shit. Yeah, man.
All right.
Officially, happy Juneteenth to everybody. It's
happy
the first
Juneteenth.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. California, we're officially mask free. I noticed there's still people wearing masks, and I'll even wear masks every now and then, like depending on the situation. Like I wore one at Target or whatnot. how's your situation? Is anybody wearing masks? Do they require you to wear a
Um,
mask?
Indoors at work, we are still required to wear masks. However, um, depending on that vote, we might be able to rescind that pretty soon. I hope so because I'm tired of it. But at the same time, I kind of feel naked without it now.
Hella,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm like, hey, what am I? You know what I mean? I'm touching skin. What the fuck?
Like, yeah, I got so used to it that like when I would forget it, like I was just like, damn, it feels like a lot of air on my face. Like, oh
Right?
shit, I don't have the fucking mask on. That's why let me go grab this shit.
Be feeling guilty. No, I'm fully vaccinated and shit. I still be like, hey, let me protect myself and these people from me. You know, but I'm
Yeah,
fully
yeah. I just
vaccinated.
figure like,
I'll be
yeah,
feeling guilty still.
like if
It's
I'm
kind of weird.
crowded, like walking around people like in a crowded surrounding, like yeah, I'll throw the bitch on. But I mean, it's it's nice to have the option now. I just
True.
hope people continue to move towards the right direction as far
Please
as
still
containing the
pretend
shit.
as you know what I mean. Please continue to observe all safety guidelines in y'all's area. Please, we don't want to rescind at all or
Yeah, that's
revert.
all we need right now for them to cancel summer
Summer.
again and hey, everybody back in. We gotta do this shit all over.
Exactly. You know what I mean, they got the sundresses out now, fellas. Come on now, we don't want to ruin that. It's
Yeah.
sundress season. Let's get
And
it going.
I
Yes,
think a little
man.
bit of it was on Newsom's ass about that recall. So I think he kind of like, all right, we gotta make this happen. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, I hope it works out. Shit. Hopefully we're back to the
Yeah.
new normal.
Absolutely. Get back to it, man. Petco Park was open and they had like full capacity.
40. Yeah.
Full
It was
capacity.
wild, but
Everybody's.
it was like it was dope to see. But I mean, yeah, it was wild.
Mm-hmm. All right, what we got next?
Speaking of COVID vaccine shit, John Stockton, basketball legend John Stockton, he's going to be in a new documentary, anti-vax documentary, pretty much saying, talking down about the way we handled COVID and how COVID wasn't a real thing and how, wearing the mask and all that. It's kind of surprised a lot of people, like, but like things like this, they don't surprise me after a while, like I'm not surprised John Stockton would think that. Like I would hope he probably wouldn't be, but I mean, hey, you can't, make
Yeah,
people think
but
what you want. And then on the other hand, Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley caught some flack because he approached it in a way saying like he doesn't have anything against the vaccine or anybody getting it or wearing masks and all that, but he just feels like he's not going to get the vaccine and he's going to stick to that or he's willing to retire. And he got flack for that. What do you think about their different approaches and do you do you feel as if people should have the vaccine? Like, I mean, after a while, it becomes a choice. Like the vaccine is
right.
available. So it's like it would be nice to have a lot of people get the vaccine, but you feel like it's totally necessary for everybody to get the vaccine if they choose not to.
As long as it's voluntary, it's your choice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If they make it mandatory, fuck you, go do it, right? But it's
Mm-hmm.
voluntary, so it's your choice, and I will respect that. John Stockton has got to be catching the case of Alzheimer's or something because does he not realize how many different people he was around during his career, breathing and sweating and bleeding and carrying on? He had to have received some type of indoctrination to protect himself against that. It can't just all be, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just taking care of you or saying it because you can't. You physically can't. You probably got sweat in your mouth from Karl Malone's armpit. You don't know that, but it could happen, right?
Yeah.
And God, who knows, right? So for him to say something so ignorant like that, this lets me know he didn't do his research. He
Yeah.
doesn't know. You know what I mean? That's just stupid. And as far as like I said, Cole Beasley, if you just are choosing not to because that is your God-given right, by all means, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't bother me. In fact, anybody who thinks like Cole Beasley, you guys can get it. I don't mind, but I'm not going to. Until they say you have to, you don't have to, and that's fine with me. Just
Yeah.
protect yourself, dude. That's all.
Because like, I mean, I don't have to necessarily agree with Cole Beasley, but it's
Right.
like he's not talking that goofy shit. He's just saying, "Hey, this is my personal belief. This is what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Y'all do y'all. I'm cool with that. I'm not trying to send out an anti-message or anything, but this is what I'm gonna do." And I
Right.
mean, I might disagree with it, but like, it's just like, hey, what can you do? Like, it's his body, it's his choice.
Exactly.
Um, I'm still got the vaccine. I'm still wearing the mask every now and then. It is what it is. I mean,
I don't feel near side effect. I don't feel any different than before taking the vaccine,
as long as he's not being disruptive or
causing
breaking
a
any
ruckus.
any guidelines. Cause like, I mean, like with the people trying to enter grocery stores without masks and shit, it's like that's private property. Like if you want to shop there, you have to follow the rules. It is what it is. I
That's what
can't
it is.
walk
It's a
in there.
private business.
Yeah, I can't walk in there without a shirt and without shoes and expect you to
Exactly.
serve. Like, nah, like that's not how it rolls,
Ex-
bro.
That's their private business. It's just because it's a
Yeah,
grocery store doesn't mean it's a public, business.
yeah.
That's not what public businesses are. That was what the problem was in Texas when they lifted all their restraints at first. People just like,
Mhm.
oh well, I don't need this. Motherfucker was like, no, you gonna wear that up in here. And cops were
Exactly.
everywhere. Cops were everywhere. It's like, no, you don't have the right to say, let me in. No, you can't. It's their business, not yours. You don't
Yeah,
have to shop here. You can go elsewhere where they allow you not to wear a mask. You know what I mean?
simple as that.
That's so people were getting really pissed at that, and I can definitely see that happening here.
And that's what I don't get because it's just like, all right, yeah, I'm free to do it here, like everywhere else, but these places, let me be respectful. I'll throw it on for what 20 minutes, get what I gotta get, and then get the fuck out. Like that's all it is.
Exactly. I
So
never
yeah,
understood it to begin with. So rules is rules, y'all. For everybody who be like, look, y'all be like, follow the rules and you'll live. The people who say that are the people who currently, I'm not gonna call nobody out, but you know what I mean, are the people who
mhm,
currently be entitled and causing the most trouble. If you
yeah,
think about it, when you go
and
to a
that's why.
public business,
Oh yeah,
mm-hmm,
that's the thing I learned most about this whole pandemic thing. Like we're just so fucking entitled, man, here in
mm-hmm.
America. Like people really made a big deal about that mask shit. Like it was a legit thing. Like, bro, like there are people suffering way more than, oh, we need you to wear this mask. Like, stop being a fucking baby. Nobody wants to do it. Like, so it's just like
Right?
it's fucking come on, like shit.
Ain't y'all the
It's like
kids of the World War II, the greatest generation? Like, why y'all acting like this?
and we're entitled as fuck, bro. Like I'm glad we have so many freedoms that we have. But in a
Right?
way, it's like shit. We probably don't deserve all these motherfuckers the way these people act. Like it's like we can. And not saying that we should, but we could stand to lose some because like y'all motherfuckers are entitled as hell, bro. Like what the fuck is wrong with y'all? But hey,
Bruh, shit is weird out there, man. Texas just passed that law where, you don't even need a permit, a license, a training, nothing. You can just show your Texas ID and get you a gun, sight on scene. You ain't got to
mhm.
wait, get you some guns, get you a bullet, and walk right on out the door. Are you fucking
Hey,
kidding me? But that's Texas for you.
yeah.
That's Texas.
All right. Next up, Lala and Carmelo Anthony are officially divorcing. I think we've all speculated that they've been kind of separated already, but they're officially putting in the paperwork and making it official so they can make that clean break. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think? Do you think the marriage was a success? How do you feel like about how their
You
marriage
know,
played out?
I don't even remember when they got together and got married, right?
It was
But
early on in his career.
yeah, I remember that much when he was still in Denver, right?
Hmm.
So she made it to when he got to New York when they started having troubles, and now he's in Portland. So yeah, no, he probably needed to get married. Look, man, no homo, right? But Melo's a good looking dude. He can get
Hmm.
bitches. He probably needed to wait till after his playing days to start, settling down.
That's all
A
these
lot of
pro
these,
ballers.
because a lot of them don't realize you're only playing ball for about 10 to 12 years on average if you're
Hmm.
good, right?
Hmm.
That's a very small portion of your life expectancy, right? You
Yep.
have a lot of living to do after. Like, you can do all that extra, do it after you've done it. You can still all the wild shit while you playing, as long as you don't break the law, right? You ain't got to
Mhm.
settle down. You ain't got to get emotionally involved with these females and get your money tied up, and now you got to get divorced and you know what I mean, and fuck your money off, because that's what she's going for. I guarantee, because her career in Hollywood did not take off like she thought it was.
I mean, she's had some success. It ain't Carmelo's money. Like, of course, she ain't like
Exactly.
she's not an A-list fucking like Hollywood star, but has a respectable career and she does her thing. She gets it back. So like, but I think like you're right. Like, I don't know why any pro baller would think about getting married. Well, I can understand probably why they would think it because they think, oh, this is something I got to do. I don't understand why the women would want to marry these dudes other than for the money. Because, like, if you expecting this
Yeah.
dude to be a faithful and devoted husband, guess what? None of these motherfuckers are. Because it's just like,
Right.
we don't get that type of attention as men on a normal basis. You know what I mean? Like they never experienced that before they were famous. Yeah, I'm sure, they're popular for being the jocks. And they might have got a few girls
Right.
here and there, but that's just another level of like fame and attention that men aren't used to. So when they get something like that, it's just like, oh, I want that one, that one, that one, that one. Like they
It's
go
a
crazy.
buffet. It's a
Yeah.
buffet, and it's never ending. You know what I
And
mean?
that's
As long as you
that's why
got
I
the
always
appetite,
say
the bar is open.
AC Green, he used to play for the Lakers. He
Oh,
remained a virgin until he was like 45 or something. I'm like, you
that is
wasted
the
your whole career.
unicorn. That
Yeah,
is the unicorn of unicorns right there. I
like you
remember. I
wasted your
remember
pro
reading
career.
about dude. Right?
Yeah, that should have been your college years, your whole career. Like you should have been hoeing it up and did. But I
Exactly.
mean, hey, I give the man his props for doing that. But yeah, I would have been, yeah,
I
everything
would have been
walking.
clapping cheeks left and right
Yeah, but
on my Will Chamberlain. You know what I mean?
like
Straight
realistically,
up.
yeah, it's just like men, we don't get that type of attention, so that can be so intoxicating. Like, and it's just not like, you know, any chick you see on a regular basis. Like, you're having like the baddest women are
Exactly.
willing to do whatever you want, and like that's just some other shit. That's a mind fuck. So it's like,
Right?
yeah, of course he's
We're
not.
talking about the
He,
chicks who keep themselves up, keep themselves fit, keep
yeah,
themselves, in good makeup. You know what I mean? They actually take care of themselves to the point where they can get somebody with 7, 8 figures to fuck off. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So think about that.
Like I like to think of myself as a faithful dude. But every now would be challenging for me. Like I would have to stay indoors. Nigga, like we're going to the club now, dog. Nah, we staying at the crib because like I'm gonna get in trouble and shit. And that's
Look,
some
man.
shit, man. But 11 years, that's a long time in pro baller
Yeah.
marriages, you know? I mean that's like 20 years.
And,
So
and I'm pretty sure the question is going to pop up like, why, when he got Lala at home, do he need to be fucking with them hoes? It's not about that. I guarantee you, he don't love none of them hoes.
that's
Oh, it also came out that some chick that she kept her identity a secret, but she's claiming
mhm,
that Mello is the father of her twins. But that's fucking
alleged.
raw.
But he does have an outside baby already, but yeah,
Exactly. You know,
um
if
that's
he
always
don't love them
fascinated me.
hoes,
That's always fascinated me about women because they figure like, oh, if she's a beautiful chick, he's not gonna cheat. Like, no, beautiful chicks get cheated on every day. Like,
every day,
looks don't mean shit. Like, and if you
not
see
at
the
all.
women some of these men are cheating with, it's like they look like regular chicks are even like lower than that. You know what I mean? Like, not saying regular chicks are below average, but like some of these chicks they cheat with are like below average to like
Right,
maybe average. You know, like they look nothing like these chicks. So
right.
it's like, yeah, anybody can get cheated on just because she a baddie. That don't mean shit. Like yeah, you can get got too. So
You did that shit to set yourself up, literally.
yeah.
And it's sad because it's hookup culture that's making us talk like this.
Hmm.
Literally. Hookup culture is making us talk like this. Before all this nonsense, I don't know where the fuck we was. I can't even remember a time before hookup culture now, but it's it's sad. I wish I swear to God, I wish I wasn't a part of hookup culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I, I'm at a point where I'm just like, yo, where's she at? Let's do this, cause shit, these
yeah.
women is raggedy out here in these streets, man.
I just don't have the energy for it, man. Like it's just like, just give me one. That's all I need. Just give me
That's
one.
it.
Like shit.
And I'm gonna be good as hell.
Yeah, like shit. I mean, that's the luck to them. I mean, they seem like cool ass co-parents, so it seemed like they got it
Yeah.
all together. But yeah, I mean, they were one of those couples that people like aspired to be like, oh, Mellow and Lala, But I
Right.
mean, all good things come to an end. You know what I mean?
This is big facts.
Eh.
Moving on.
Moving on. Lin Manuel Miranda released a remake of the musical In the Heights about the Washington Heights neighborhood in
New
New
York.
York City. There was some controversy because some felt like he used lighter Latin people or Hispanic people
Portray the
to
characters.
portray the characters in the movie. Even though Washington Heights is known for being a Dominican community, and you have darker looking Latinos, so he came out and apologized recently, saying it was a mistake. But I mean, is it really? You're a New Yorker. You kind of know. I can see if somebody from LA made this mistake. You're a New
Right.
Yorker. You know this.
You know what's going on, bro.
Yeah. What
Come
do you
on now.
think about this whole controversy? And do you think that our Latino brothers and sisters, there's still an element of like colorism within their ranks a little bit? Like not necessarily saying all, but like some of the homies have explained, like, yeah, there is a little bit of that in the community that they're trying to get past. What do you think
Right.
about that? Because it's something that we're dealing with as Black people still too.
Absolutely. They still always got that light skins versus dark skins, and they always
Oh yeah,
saying that light skins are more effeminate and dark skins stank, so on and so
yeah.
forth. Right. But check it out, man. I had my thought before I said that, but uh, you remember the episode of Fresh Prince where Hillary was trying to, I mean, on her show, the Hillary show, she
Hmm.
had everybody coming out in all the African garb, and they were supposed to be, representing, but they was
Hmm.
all white girls.
Hmm.
Lin Manuel Miranda, everybody. You know what I mean?
It's
That's
like, come
that's
on, bro.
literally what he was. He probably didn't mean anything by it. He was just trying to, portray, but you really fucked up. Because Hillary, she didn't mean anything by it. She's just dumb and doesn't have a lot of black friends, obviously, and fucked up.
I think Hillary she lived in a bubble though. This motherfucker, he's a New Yorker. He's seen '90s New York when it was gritty. He knows New York. So it's like I'm not even tripping like the main characters. Okay, if they're light, hey, it is what it is. There's people of all shades. But to
Right.
not have one dark person in this neighborhood that's primarily Dominican, like it's like, come on, bro. Like for the
Oye,
sake of the
papi.
story,
Oye,
like not
papi, aquí no
even
have no part in your movie.
like not even for like just the color issue. It's like just being like accurate as far as your story and setting goes. Like that's still wrong. Like you
Yeah.
should have people of all shades and especially some dark motherfuckers because Dominicans tend to be darker.
Check this out, though. And outside of African Americans, right?
Hmm.
Anybody outside of our culture, that's like a very big uphill battle.
Yeah,
If you
the whole
look at it,
colorism thing.
yeah, they haven't really started to address it from what
Yeah.
I hear and what I see, right? They haven't started to address it. They come united, yes, sir, but they still have that. Hey, you look like a this, you look like this. You
I
know,
haven't heard
you
the
don't look
Asian
like a
homies, like the
nigga.
Filipinos, they even said it. Yeah.
Nigga, the Ilocanos, the fucking indigenous Filipinos,
Hmm.
darker than you and me, get
Hmm.
treated like shit. You know what I mean? Treated like shit in their own land, and you know what I mean. It is what it is, but it's something that they have to. Hopefully, we can be
Address.
the example, right? But
Yeah.
they have to address it ultimately.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I feel like black people in America are the world's social police. We have to be the primary and leading examples.
I,
Like,
I, I feel like when we're fighting for something, it's typically gonna benefit everybody.
thank you. Yes,
You know
that's
what
what
I
I
mean?
mean.
Like
Yes,
like Stop Asian Hate. That's specifically Asian people. You know, like you can't
right.
really fuck that up. But like I think like say the Civil Rights Act and all that shit. Like even though we were on the front lines and so were other groups were, but like even though like when you think that you think about black people, like it really benefited a lot of people,
It
like
benefited everybody,
women, white women especially, and you know like
especially.
all the races. So it's like yeah, it's kind of gonna have to be like that. Like one of them dominoes are gonna have to drop. We're gonna have to get our shit together, and then like I mean, hopefully people are following suit. Like I know a lot of the younger generation in these particular communities, you know, they're bringing these new ideas and they're not going for that shit anymore. It's like, hey, like fuck that.
I feel like the new generation, this younger generation, they're not. They're doing what we do. We don't follow traditions.
Yeah.
It's a fact. We don't follow traditions as previous. And these other communities, they have big traditions. Like
Hmm.
that's their culture is traditions. And this new generation is like, fuck that. Your tradition, they're not as brainwashed to follow the tradition. They're able to
Hmm.
think for themselves and say, okay, yeah, this is cool, this ain't cool. And they're speaking up. So I salute that. Like you guys keep going, man. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we tried and we gave y'all the blueprint. Please follow through, build the building.
And it's I just think for art, it's just one of those, just like I was saying about the whole Juneteenth celebration. You need diversity so you can have people to tell you, like, hey, we might want to change this up. You need representation from many people. That's not
Yes,
saying,
sir.
you know,
Yes,
don't
sir.
that's not saying choose unqualified people because that's a misconception. Like there's qualified people in every fucking, you know, group and community, but it's like this is why you need those people to tell you, like, hey, Lin Manuel, man, you fucking up. You might want to throw in some hard people because this ain't it. But
Hey, my work. Maybe we don't serve boiled hot links. Fucking Juneteenth.
I'm saying
You
it's like
know?
I
You
could have
know?
went to Tasha, the supervisor. Hey, what do you think about this, Tasha? Nah, nah.
I wouldn't have done that. You know?
But
But
yeah, I
hey,
mean, we keep saying we're gonna learn, but it's just like this is why
nah,
it's important. This is why you need
literally.
motherfuckers.
Muff.
Don't make a guess. Just hey, I don't know a lot about this. I want to learn. Can you please tell me what's appropriate? Or you know,
Yeah.
but it's just kind of it's a little unacceptable to me. But hey, um, next on the
Moving
list,
on.
Fast Nine premiere just dropped. Um, I mean, do you ever still want to see Fast Nine? Are you going to go see it? Like Fast and Furious. I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting crazy now. It's getting a little crazy.
Yeah. I haven't seen a Fast and the Furious since. Where's the one where they stole the bank vault and it was beating up the freeway?
I want to
It was, you
say, was that
know what I'm
five?
talking
I think
about?
that was Fast Five. Yeah,
It might have been. It was the one where they was driving all fast and they had like the bank vault swinging all over the road.
yeah. They
That's the
had that was
last
like
one I saw.
yeah, that was the first Rock movie. I think. Yeah, I think that was five.
That's the last one I saw. It's the last one I
Really?
cared about. Because for me, Fast and the Furious was all about import racing. That's
Yeah,
where I was like, yo, I'm
that's what
into
drew
this
you
shit.
in.
Yes, the Supra, the Eclipse, the Skyline GT in the second movie, the the RX-7, the Veilside RX-7, Dom's Veilside.
Yeah.
Fucking come on now, that was my shit. I love import cars. You know what I mean? Inspired
Mhm.
by that shit. One of my favorite games ever. And then they just went far to the left. After Tokyo Drift, I don't know what the fuck happened.
Because it was like, yeah, there was crimes committed in the process, but like that was like on the back burner, like the racing and shit. That was primarily the story.
Hell,
But now it's
yes.
like they do all this action shit, and it's like, oh, get the cars, and it's like two scenes of cars in it. So it's just like, okay,
And
um,
where is Ricky Tan?
Ricky Tan. Oh my god.
I never norco nobody. Well, let's get back to that. Let's get back to that, Dom. You know?
I mean, I think it's like Mayweather coming out and fighting for money. It's like
Yeah,
if they gonna pay you to do it, I get it. I wish they
yeah,
wouldn't, but I get it. Like, okay,
yeah,
like if they gonna pay you, like, hey, you got to take that money, bro.
yeah.
Um,
It is
yeah,
what it
it's just
is.
like the story is just all over the place. Like, it's like you're millionaires. You have all the money you could ever want. You you were on the run, but now you're able to come back to the United States, live home. Why are you sacrificing so much to do these dangerous missions that could kill y'all? Like, why? What's the fucking point? Like, y'all got it
Because
good. Fuck
family
everything
always
else.
takes care of family.
Yeah. That bullshit.
I don't know, Marlon. I don't
It's just
know.
like, man,
Pointless. It's
hella
pointless.
pointless. Um,
Moving on.
yeah.
I
And then lastly,
ain't got nothing on that.
Will Smith is dropping a memoir in November titled Will. You looking forward to it? I know he's got a
Yeah,
lot of fans.
I'm a big Will Smith fan. If you check my handle on IG, and I did this way when IG was new, when it still had the
Yeah.
multicolored
You've always
cameras and
had the
everything.
same one. Yeah,
Always, and it's been what Fresh Prince 619. I've always looked up to Will and try to, you know what I mean, in some way, shape, or form, imitate him because he is the Fresh Prince. I'm the Fresh Prince. It is what it is. So,
yeah.
you know, I'm a cop it and see what he's talking about. I am curious to know about his first son Trey that he had with
hmm
from the previous relationship or whatever.
hmm
I want to know how that came about, but other than that, man, yeah. And
Yeah,
that
he
his name is
will.
Willard.
Yeah, people don't know that. Like, I thought everybody kind of knew that. It's like his
Right?
name is
Like his
Robert.
name's
Like,
fucking Willard.
yeah, but but yeah, like I mean, I'm a fan. I'm critical of his movies, but I'm actually a fan. And I mean,
I'm watching
he's
you,
an
nigga.
interesting person. So like, I mean, yeah, I'd be interested to see hear his life story and how he pretty much came about. Like, I like hearing people's lives and their own story. Like, give me the
True.
perspective of what were you thinking at that moment and what defined you, you know?
Right. I can
Um,
dig that.
but yeah, he's like it's weird because he's like almost like a big brother or like an uncle that everybody loves. Like, I don't, I haven't heard anybody say they hate Will Smith. So I
That's
think I
true.
want it should be a good
Heard
show
somebody
with
get close.
Nah, I ain't never said that. Nah, I said he was
They said
overacting.
about his movies.
I gotta keep it real now. I'm not here to lie. Okay. Yeah,
When it
I
comes to
just
Will, you gonna lie. You
I
lie.
speak the truth. I mean, y'all can be in y'all feelings about it, but I speak the truth. Come on now. All right. You ready for some this or that, my brother?
Yes, sir.
You got a couple of
Let's
good
get
ones.
to it. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather accidentally text a nude to the group chat or to your parents?
Oh man, I got a text message. Marlon, what's it? Ah! No. Hey, this nigga wildin'. Nah, man, nah. Oh shit, that's funny as hell. Oh shit, you try to text try to text your girl, Happy Mother's Day, send it to your mom on exit.
Man,
Happy Mother's Day. Oh my baby. So,
because it ain't just gonna be a picture. It's gonna
right.
be like an aggressive ass comment. I know you like this dick, or some crazy shit like, and your mom gonna have to see that shit. Like, no, I don't. Never know I made it.
No. Hey, look. I'm just thinking of the Warzone group chat. Like I just accidentally don't look. This word, this thing is wild.
I'm like, hey y'all, don't open that last one, all right? Mind business. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, but yeah, with the parent, like, yeah, it's gonna be.
And then the roasting that's gonna happen after. Like, look, this nigga dick don't even fit on the screen. It's all.
I ain't
It don't
tripping
even
about
feel
that. Like, it's like fuck y'all niggas. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't even tripping about that. But it's just like for you, your parents, it's like how a child has innocence and like you tell them Santa isn't real. That's
Right.
kind of like what's gonna happen. Like your parent, your mom, she gonna be thinking like, "Oh, my son's
My
the
baby out here is
best.
a freak.
He's
He's
a
a freak.
gentleman." And then you like, "Yeah, I bet you can't fit this dick down your throat." Like, and it's like,
No.
he's out here saying shit like this. Send it out. Like, I can't do that, bro. Like shit won't be the same ever. And it's not even the picture; it's the fact that it's the comment that's gonna come with it. It's like,
Oh man.
oh.
Oh, I'm fucking crying. It's like word.
Cause they try to act like we ain't fucking out here, like
Right.
having sex, huh? Okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit, nigga. That's
Sex before
fucking
marriage, huh?
funny.
Huh.
That's fucking that's fucking funny. I don't give a damn who you are. That's funny. I think texting the group chat is worse because them niggas gonna roast you for a very
I
long
don't give a
time.
fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Every time you come around, hey, look at little dick over.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, what's up, little dick? They gonna change your name in the phone to little dick. Hey, little dick, texting the group chat, y'all. What you got for us today, little dick?
As a matter of fact, I probably got like 2 dick pics floating out there somewhere in the
Oh
interwebs.
no! Oh no!
But as long as my mom don't see it, we're like, all right, cool. Like,
Oh no! This nigga out here freaking in the cyberspace. This is hilarious.
I mean,
Oh,
they wasn't unsolicited. Like, it was an even swap, and but like, it's like it's out there. Once it leaves your phone, it's out there, bro. Like, I don't ever
that's
give a
big
fuck.
true.
Like, it's
That's
like,
big
hey, it
true.
is what it is. As long as my people don't see it, hey, it's cool.
I guess we gonna split on this one, nigga. Cause I can't. I mean, I said that shit to like my mom or that. It's like this dumb motherfucker, and they'll delete that shit. But
What you
nigga,
gonna do with this big ass dick? Your mom brings it like,
I'll get roasted at that home and shit. You know what I mean? But
this nigga no game having ass.
I taught you better than that, boy. You supposed to hit the ankles now. I ain't gonna think that thing up, boy. Oh, shit, it's hot.
Hey,
Hey, my face hot. God damn. God damn, that's funny. That's
all right, we
funny,
split
G.
on that one.
Yes, sir.
All
Get this
right,
makeshift fan.
a little church.
A little church in
Uh,
here.
would you rather have a thoughtful or an expensive gift?
I feel like motherfuckers don't know me well enough that I would know what a thoughtful gift is to me, anyways. They would think I would like it, but I'm not ungrateful. I'm just like, I don't want this. You know what I mean? Because people are trying to get to know me, but they don't ask the right questions. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, what do you want? Or what do you like? Like, I don't know. Just be around me a little bit. You'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
motherfuckers, you know what I mean? So I would take an expensive gift just because I know you put thought that shit, I don't know what to get this nigga. So get him something grandiose. You know what I mean? That has value. So that's why I would take it. A thoughtful gift is thoughtful, and I'm not ungrateful in any way, shape, or form. It's just that
Yeah, yeah.
your thought probably ain't nothing I was thinking about.
I probably go with thoughtful. Because it just means like, oh, you know what I like. Pay attention, to shit I say or whatever.
Right.
Um, I've had gifts that weren't like I've had a lot of gifts that weren't thoughtful at all. Like it was just like some shit that I don't like, and it's like, what the fuck is this? It's like, oh, I thought that would be a funny gift, and this like, no, bitch, that was wrong. Like, I don't say that, but it's just like, oh wow, this isn't gonna work. Like, especially in
Right.
relationships, like this ain't gonna work. Like, you getting like whack ass gifts. That's why I ever tell people like I don't really like receiving gifts because it's just a
Right.
weird dynamic for me. But
It
when
really is.
they decide to do it anyway, what gets my wishes, and then they do some dumb shit like that, like, oh, I got this rubber chicken for you because yeah, like, why, bitch? Like,
You're a comedian,
oh,
right? Yeah, you do comedy. I mean, rubber chicken.
what the fuck am I gonna do with this shit? Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, some shit
I'm
I
not
can't
carrying
use.
top,
It's like,
bitch.
all right, got you this broke
Uh,
Nintendo 64. Like, all right, why?
do you remember playing Mario Kart 64? I got you into.
No, I don't
Don't
ever be
worry.
about that because I've never mentioned shit like that, but it would just be a random shit like, yeah, I broke a Nintendo 64. Why? Oh, just because. All
All
right,
right.
like thanks. Like what the fuck?
Right. Your thought process is a little off, but that's okay. I
And,
appreciate it, but I don't really.
and that's the thing. Like I'm pretty thoughtful and giving because like I know what certain people like. So if I see some shit like, oh, so and so will like that, and I'll get it. And so I don't understand like people's processes like behind getting gifts like that. Cause like, bro, this shit ain't that hard. Like, if I'm around you for an hour, it's like I'm gonna see you do some shit like, oh, this nigga don't like this. Here, let me grab
Right.
this, do this. Like, it's that easy. It ain't that hard. And if all else fails, just give a fucking gift card. Like, I'd rather get a
Exactly.
gift card than some shit that I'm never gonna use or I don't like. It's like, all right. But yeah,
That part.
thoughtful all the time. Yeah. So we're a
I
little
get
split
so,
there.
just a little split, but like the thin line
Yeah.
of split.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. For sure.
All right. Which one you rolling with? Mad TV or in Living Color?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
it. Mad TV had a longer run, more characters, and overall just like writing that was very, very funny because you had Jordan Peele and Keegan Mike and Key writing at one point. You had, Andy McDonald writing at one point, and all the background writers that I can't name, but they're there. And yeah, a lot of them didn't pander out, but there is a lot of star power that came out of that. You know what I mean? A lot. And I already know what you're gonna say, but let's talk about it. What you got?
And Living Color had better writing. It had bigger characters. It had more star power. Mad
Damon
TV
Wayans, Jim
was them
Carrey.
trying to recreate in Living Color, but it just didn't work.
Damon Wayans, Jim Carrey. That's it. Who else can?
Keenan
Well,
Ivory, Tom and
Keenan, but he
Davidson.
don't do nothing.
He's directing, bro. Come
What's the
on,
last? Well,
man.
he directed like the '90s movie "Don't Be a Menace." What else did he do?
Scary movie. One of the biggest
Two of them. Okay.
comedies. Yeah. White Chicks. Like every fucking thing he's directed is a hit. Like, come
I
on, let's
forgot
all
about White
sleep.
Chicks.
Exactly,
I
motherfucker.
did forget
He directs
about.
all that shit. Um, Marlon, Sean,
They wasn't really on.
Shut
It
the
was
fuck
SB.
up.
It was SW1 as the DJ, and Marlon
Come
was on
on.
the very last season.
But we talking about people that pop from it, right?
But, but they didn't pop from that. They popped from their name.
Which was
True or
because
false?
of primarily
Keenan, but
because of,
okay,
I
but we
got
didn't know what the hell they could do. We didn't know.
they got a show. They pretty much saved the WB and
Yeah,
helped
they
launch
did
that.
actually. The
So
WB had at the time the Wayans Bros, Sister, and Steve Harvey going hard for that was a Wednesday night lineup, I believe.
mhm.
And yeah, I think the Wayans brothers took the cake on that Wednesday night lineup. It was between them and Steve Harvey.
I mean,
Oh, and Smart Guy.
oh yeah. Or was that TGIF? I don't know. Who
No,
knows?
no, Smart Guy was on the WB because it went. You've seen the girls, now look at their brother. I remember the little promo
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
head. So yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, that was a good lineup. However, Mad TV has so many people who still are working in the comedy industry. You know what I mean? Like you got your Ari Spears, even though he got lumped up on.
What's Eric Spears done? Other than
He did
stand
a
up, what
lot
has
of shit.
Eric Spears done?
He's a stand up. He's a pure stand up. He's not really an actor. He's a pure stand up.
Oh, but he want to be in those movies though. He just
He
ain't
do,
getting the
but he do too much
calls.
bitching. He do too much bitching
Exactly.
for
He ain't getting the calls, bro.
because he do too much bitching.
Tommy
That's what he
Davidson been
do.
in more shit than him. Like, you know what I mean?
Tommy
Like,
Davidson been in Booty Call.
yeah, he's been in everything.
He did a episode of Martin. Two episodes. What else he did?
Ace Ventura, Woo.
He was
Um,
in Woo.
I mean, he's just he's got a couple of specials. He's been in a lot of shit, man.
He has been in a lot of shit, but too much shit that you can't really pinpoint where the fuck he's been.
But like the thing is, yeah, they're still the motherfuckers that was on in Living Color. They're still working today. Don't get it fucked up. Like
David Allen Greer just got
the,
as a grandpa role. Tommy Davidson, I haven't seen him in anything in a minute.
David Allen Greer's a Yale trained actor, so he's had that show. He's had Carmichael's show. He's been on
Yeah,
Broadway, so he's like done a lot of shit. It might not be in front of like national eye, but like he's been working. Like he's had a couple of shows in the last like 5 years where it was just like okay. There was the one where he was acting like the old man in the old person's home. They had that show. It was just old people,
right.
but I mean, he's been around. He's still touring. Like these people were still heavy hitters. I think the people are mad. Like they tend to
Let's
be
talk about it. Let's talk. Alex Borstein, aka Lois Griffin.
voice. Yeah, the she's a voice actress
Mm-hmm.
working more behind the scenes and shit. Yeah.
That's no, she's a star. But just because you're
Oh,
not on screen doesn't mean you're not a star. That's her voice. That's all her. You know what I mean? She's
okay,
Lois
but
Griffin.
yeah, she does voice acting and then shit behind the scenes. And
What
then
else
she
does
was
she
in
do?
that one. She was in. There's a Amazon show. I don't really watch it,
Oh,
but it's a major show. But she was in it. But like
okay.
she doesn't do a whole lot of shit in front of screen. It's mostly the voice acting. That's
Right.
cool.
And then we
She
got
found
Andy
a role
McDonald.
that worked, huh?
We got Andy McDonald Stewart.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fucking
Surprisingly, he
still
didn't
working.
pop. He
He,
works. Don't get me wrong, he works. I thought he was gonna blow up though, because he was one of the
he
best
does a
ones.
lot of he does a lot of stand up.
Yeah, but he
Doesn't
was
he?
one of the best ones though, man.
Yeah, he
Like
was
he
as
should have
far as
been
acting.
bigger.
I think Kevin James is the reason why Will Sasso didn't become big. Everything that Will
Well,
Sasso
Sasso
was up
too.
for, I think Kevin James stole it from that man because he was the first big man of comedy. Like in that regard, you know, what I mean, before Kevin James, it was Will Sasso. I think
Yeah,
they
and
just
he's
got
really
confused and
funny.
was like, give it to one of them.
And he's had shows too, but like
Yeah,
they haven't like got renewed and shit. So it's like he's constantly working, but he's always looking for something new instead of like doing like Borstein and finding that one where you could do a couple of seasons and be known for. Um, Deborah
Let's not forget
Wilson, she kind of
Deborah.
got
Oh, love
blacklisted.
her. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I don't know why, because she did a phenomenal job on that TV when they were like the little cholas. Her and what's her
yeah.
name? Fuck, I can't remember her name.
Angela Johnson.
No, it was the white girl.
Oh, yeah. Nicole
Don't
Sullivan.
call me stupid, you stupid. There you go.
Nicole
Nicole
Sullivan. Yeah.
Sullivan. Don't call me stupid, you stupid, stupid. Yeah, that shit was
Like
funny.
she's had roles in front of the camera, but like primarily she's been writing a lot more instead of acting. But like it seems like she's coming out a little bit more as of late.
Yeah. But
Um,
Deborah Wilson, she was funny. I don't know, like she had her last few
yeah.
roles of significance in Reno 911 as a recurring character. She
Oh
was
yeah.
the dominatrix or whatever.
Hmm.
She did a great job of that. That was funny. But let's not forget Jordan Peele, man. Come on,
They
Keegan
didn't.
Michael Key, man. Integral parts of the later seasons of Mad TV that kept it afloat for that extended part.
They didn't really get to shine though. You know what I mean? Like they were just they kind of used them like as little bit characters instead of letting them truly like write sketches like like they did eventually down the road. Like they
Did you
probably
not?
let them have some involvement, but like it wasn't to the point of like Key and Pill. You know what I mean?
Did you not watch the gay gangster skit on Mad TV?
I may have. I can't recall, man.
Go
It's
back and watch it. That's probably top tier Mad TV right there. That shit was hilarious. I implore you to go back and watch that one. That one was hilarious. The gay gangster skit. I still have that in my saved videos on YouTube somewhere because it was just so goddamn funny. Yeah, I mean they did a too good of a job with that one.
but like
But yeah,
like motherfuckers like us that really watched it weekly, we knew who they were
true.
eventually when they got big and got to Key and Pill status. But like a lot of people, they didn't know, like, oh yeah, they were on Mad TV. Like, because at that point, motherfuckers stopped watching Mad TV.
That's true.
And, like like I said, they didn't really utilize them dudes. So, I mean, we knew it, but like, it was just like, oh shit, yeah, that's old boy from them old dudes from Mad TV. And then they
I
took off from
attribute
there.
I attribute some of that to the time slot they had. They had, Saturdays at 11 p.m.
Hmm.
That's tough. You're fighting the bars, the clubs, just
Oh
Saturday
yeah.
night. You know what I mean? So, and it's 11 p.m. That's the prime getting to it hours. You know what I mean? So, I attribute a lot of Matt TV's unsuccessfulness to their time slot. It was rough.
And then
That
cheaters
was
used to come on.
with Joey Greco. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Pull up, get slapped out by your significant other. Oh
I mean,
man.
we could say that, but it's just like Saturday Night Live is had the same
But
time
that's
slot to me.
earlier in the night though. Is it not?
Um, not by much though. Like, I mean, at those hours, like you said, people are out. Like, I mean, people are leaving at 10. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
shit, they come on at 8 or 9. It came on probably like 10, 11, 12. Like people are still
I,
out. So
yeah. But old people grew up with the Saturday Night Lives though, you know what I mean? Like the older crowd, that's what they were watching when they were indoors. When everybody was out getting crazy, the older crowd had SNL.
yeah.
Mad TV was probably geared more for the younger audience that was just starting to turn into the older audience, you know what I mean? But it was too late. They were still trying, get it in the club and in the streets and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
I
Um,
don't know. So what you
I'm
voting for?
I'm still going in Love and Color. I mean, it's just the genius behind it, and it was right on time. Like everything's perfect for it. It was the right show at the right time, and it really established Fox as a network. Um, yeah, and they had a lot of fucking stars out of that bitch. With all due
This is
respect
true.
to Mad
I'm not
TV,
disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm going with Mad TV for the longevity and the consistency of laughs. Whereas in Living Color, it was just too short. You know what I mean? Yeah, they had stars, but those people blew up immediately. They got after Living Color because Ace Ventura popped with Jim Carrey. Damon Wayans went on a comedy tour and he popped as far as. sitcoms and what have you, in movies, Money Train carrying on, Mo Money carrying on, right? Everybody just kind of started dipping and doing their own thing, and it was for the best.
Because once the network people start getting into the shit, that's what
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker said. It's time to leave.
That's true.
Yep.
Started. Oh, let me try to tweak this, but nah, they got up out.
All right.
All right, brother, what we got?
We're gonna split on that one.
Yeah, we are.
Next up, would you rather have your girl wearing a nice, sexy lingerie or a big t-shirt?
This is just a regular night, right? We ain't talking special occasion.
Yeah, sure. Just a regular night.
Just bring that big old t-shirt in here and let's get to it. God damn it! I don't really, you know what I mean? Because I'm snatching off the draws anyways. You know what I mean? Yeah, that should be looking good. Don't get me wrong, ladies. Don't get me wrong.
I
That
don't
should be looking fire.
I don't get like lingerie. 'Cause I mean, like, who really likes it? I mean, yeah, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. Looks nice. But imagine like imagine you're in a desert and you stumble upon some water, a jug of water. But in order to drink this jug of water, you got to get through about 20 knots and all these other obstacles that are keeping you from getting to the good shit. Like, who wants to do that? Like who likes that? Like, fuck that.
The way lingerie is today, it ain't nothing but a thong, some thigh highs, and the bra. That's what I consider lingerie. If there's more to it,
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
feel free to enlighten me. Slide in my DM. You know what it is. But you know, hey, that's all it is. I can get through that lickety split. No pun
It's like, who
intended.
are you doing this for?
Right?
Like, who are you doing this for? Because it ain't for me. Like, it ain't for me.
If it makes them feel more hot and sexy to do that, do
Well,
that. If it's
well,
for
no,
yourself.
because some women, some of them will make it like, oh, I do this and this for you, and like, you didn't actually do that. Like, I,
Yeah, you just being ungrateful, sir.
it's like, come on, dog. I'm coming to you butt ass naked with ashy elbows and Nike socks on, and you got on this lingerie. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, look, man. I can't wait to get my order of Fenty Savage from Rihanna because you know she got the. I'm finna, hey, slide through there with the silk boxes thing swinging. I'm about to, hey, so, hey, look, goddamn it, I'm gonna return the favor. But in this scenario, just bring that big old T-shirt in here because I'm gonna just put that motherfucker over here and just. I'm going to work. You know what I mean? That's what it is for me. I'm going to work. I'm clocking in. Let me just put my hard hat on. You did? Tink, let's go. Punch the
Like,
clock.
I appreciate the effort, but like, I don't need it. Like, it's like, all right. Like, live is just like a regular Friday, motherfucker. I don't need that.
Hey man, if it makes her feel
I'm
like
always
she's
ready.
Superwoman, if she feel like hey, this is gonna make me feel like Superwoman walking to that motherfucker, then yeah,
I
go ahead.
guess.
You know, you do what you got to do. But that big T-shirt will do just as well. Cause hey, now you get that little sneaker peek. Then, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh
I'm
yeah, it's
telling you.
fine. Yeah, it's like an oven. Just okay, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. Yeah, but I'll probably go with
Yeah,
the big T-shirt. I'm
definitely
cool.
big t-shirt.
I'm cool with that. I'm into that. In the words of Tony Baker, I'm into that. I'm into that. That nigga's stupid.
Okay,
Uh,
we're talking style now. We're talking hats. Do you prefer snapbacks or fitteds?
Look, man, my head too big for a snapback, bruh. I ain't got time for motherfuckers like, hey, why your snapback on the last button thing right there? Like, fuck y'all, man. I ain't got time for that roast. Just give me a fitted and get out my way. Look, I love fitteds. I've always worn fitteds and snapbacks. Yeah, they got like some of the designs on there are more intricate, and I don't know why because you can do easily the same thing on the fitted. But
Yeah,
I ain't got time for the roast game. You know what I mean? Fuck y'all. Yeah, my head too big, bro. Give me a fit.
I used to really like fitteds, and I used to really rock those bitches hard, but I think I'm more of a snapback person nowadays. Like I don't know, like you said, the snapbacks like they come like in a lot of flavors. Like it's like shit. There's a lot that they come out with. Like not just the basic, MLB set or
Right,
basketball set. It's just like, hey, give me something. Like sometimes I need to, spruce it up a little bit.
right. And these. I think what it is that the designers know that fitteds are cheaper to purchase and mass produce. So you can get a whole bunch of them done. Whereas a fitted, what I mean, it's fitted. You can only get that one, and that's it. Everybody
Yeah.
else can get a whole bunch because you can adjust it, so you can make dozens. So I think that's why. But I still rock a snap. I mean, a fitted, y'all. So, I mean, let me just show them right now. I'm still in my fitted right now. That's what I stay with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's just
Yes,
it's
sir.
big heads. It's big head gang around here. Tired of y'all.
And lastly, my brother, since it's Juneteenth, uh, what you eating on? Would you prefer the fried poultry or the barbecue swine ribs, my brother?
Swine, my brother.
Yes,
One
barbecue
fish,
ribs.
two fish, red fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack,
Anyway,
get a dog bone. uh, I mean, whole time, man, on the way home, if we didn't had to film tonight, man, I probably would have stopped at Popeyes. I ain't gonna hold you. Let me tell you why though. Ribs, absolutely phenomenal. Ribs are just great. However, take too goddamn long. I need something just a little bit quicker. I mean? I'm hungry. I ain't got time for 4 hours of smoking ribs and all the things that come with that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna give up my recipe. Fuck y'all. But when I got the time, I'll take a rib over chicken any day. But if it's just like today, I would prefer some chicken. Take some chicken.
I'm gonna get the ribs, man. Like, I mean, there's certain foods like I just don't get a chance to eat as often.
Right.
I mean, like I'm gonna easily go with the one that I don't get to get as often. That's ribs. Like last weekend when CP had his party, it was like, oh, motherfucking ribs. Like, because it's like I ain't had none of this. I
Like,
remember,
don't mind if I do.
yeah, I remember being on deployment in the Navy and we're out to sea and rice is all fucked up on the boat. But when I got to land and got to a restaurant that actually served some good ass rice, I got rice because like I hadn't been eating it. I was like, oh my God, this is delicious. Like, so I mean, I'm gonna go with the shit that I don't get to consume very often. That's the rib, my brother.
Hey, man. Taste their own because don't get me wrong. Nigga love ribs. But there's something about the crunch of that damn fried chicken G. Oh man. It's good. You put some hot sauce on it. Can't put hot sauce on ribs. I mean you can, it just don't make no sense. But put some
Another
greens with
one,
that shit.
another one is catfish. I don't really get to get any fried catfish. I used to love
You know
having
my
fried catfish. Oh
you
yeah,
know
you
my
don't do
stance on that.
seafood, so
I don't need no
yeah,
seafood. Don't nobody get in this goddamn
yeah, you're a
comments
weird ass
talking that
motherfucker.
shit.
But yeah,
God damn it.
catfish. It's like shit. I don't get. I'm probably gonna get some catfish tomorrow. Now that I said that, because I ain't had it in a minute.
But you
Um,
Sunday dinner head ass, a
hey,
church fish fry head ass, huh?
hey, can a motherfucker eat? Like shit.
Apparently not, because every time I tell a motherfucker I don't eat seafood, I get the stupid looks. I was
That
just
sounds like
talking
a
about
you
this with
problem.
see, see, fuck y'all, man. Not every black person has to eat goddamn seafood and catfish and shrimps and crab and lobster tail. Don't eat that shit. What's wrong with y'all? Don't fuck around and turn in. That's why y'all be smelling funny all the time. See, that's what the problem is. Eating all that shit.
That's you don't know what you're missing, but you know what? I mean,
But
hey,
see that. That's where you're wrong because I've had enough of each of that to know I don't like it. It all
Mm.
tastes like cat food. Can't do it.
Okay, you're a weird ass nigga. That's all. Okay.
Whatever. Can't win for losing around this man. Shit. Moving on because I ain't got time for the slander no more.
All right, let's move on to top five. Give me top five biggest black influences. It could be throughout history in your life. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong or right answer. Just, give me five black figures that come to mind.
So in honor of the Juneteenth, first is Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
He and Malcolm Little, if you will, changed his name to Brother Malcolm X when he joined the Nation of Islam after being Detroit Red. Holla at your boy, love you history. Anywho, he and I share the same birthday, albeit 50 years apart. You say the same birthday. You know what I mean? Revolutionary man. You know what I mean? By any means necessary, if you know what that means. You know what I mean? We got to get it done. But yes, he is anti everybody else pro black. But if you just internalize what he means by being pro black and anti everybody else and just kind of tweak that a bit, you kind of understand that he was probably more on the right side of things.
I
You know
think
what I
it
mean?
was actually the opposite. Like, you know how when somebody's pro black, people just assume like, oh, you're anti-white. Like, no, I'm just anti. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, I'm pro-black. Like,
That's
I'm
it.
not, I'm not saying fuck anybody.
Right?
But if you come and step on my shoes, you gonna get dealt with. Like,
Essentially. Right?
yeah,
It just meant leave me alone. By any means necessary, I'm gonna get you to leave me alone. You feel me? Second up, we got Langston Hughes. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams go, life is like a barren field without snow. What we're doing right now, my brother, is literally what Langston Hughes told us to do. Hold fast to our dreams. This is what we, you know what I mean? This is what I dreamt to do at some point in my life, just to be doing something to add to the zeitgeist of social commentary. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? This is what I want to do. Can't wait to the point where we're doing this, 7 days a week if we want to, or something to continuously film, and I can support myself doing that. You know what I mean? That's the
Mm-hmm.
true dream. So Langston Hughes rings bells when I think about that shit. You know what I mean? Um, Third, Richard Pryor. Come
Mm-hmm.
on, man. He's your comedian's favorite comedian. Um, just life filled with fucking craziness, honestly. Raised by his grandmother who ran a horror house in Peoria. You know what I'm saying? His father was batshit crazy. He, made the most out of what he could and became a junkie because he really was a junkie early on. And he still came out and became one of the funniest people to ever walk this planet and still got his message out and still became one of the most memorable people of Earth because of what I mean. You can't
Mm-hmm.
ask no more for that. It just means to me, no matter how, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. You know what I mean? It's about how you
True.
finish and what you did to get to that finish. And are they going to remember you for the finish, or are they just going to talk about you? Right?
This is
Um,
true.
Fourth up, Dave Chappelle, man, the person who taught us, or at least taught me, hold fast to your guns. Don't sell out. If they asking too much or they asking more than what you are offering, the deal is fucked. Please move
Mm-hmm.
on. You know what I mean? Stick to yourself, man. I saw an interview when he was talking about him doing the movie Blue Streak. Remember that
Mm-hmm.
movie?
They try to get
And
him in a dress.
right. And there's a huge fucking plot hole that I didn't make any sense until he explained it. They wanted him when he was in jail to get in a dress and pretend to be a prostitute, and Martin Lawrence's character was going to walk him out the back door. They said, "Fuck that! I'm not doing it," and he didn't do
Mm-hmm.
it. So in the movie, what you see is out of nowhere, Martin walking Dave Chappelle out of the fucking jail with no explanation as to how it happened. I was like, damn, that's weird, but okay, I get it. Then he explained it. I wasn't getting in a dress. I will never be in that dress. I don't care if I make it or don't make it. I'm not getting in a dress. It's just that simple. I don't even think that's funny, honestly. Men in dresses, it's not even funny to me. But
Yeah.
it doesn't hold any comedic humor to me. I didn't like it in Big Mama's house. I didn't like it in, I mean, per se, the Nutty Professor when Eddie Murphy was doing it, when he was the grandma and the mom. Uh, didn't like it in Tu Wong Fu. Didn't like it in, the list goes on and on.
I
Pretty much
okay.
right.
I have to disagree a little bit because it's not necessarily the dress that's funny, it's what you do. So Eddie Murphy and the Clumps, that shit, that's classic, man. Come on. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's classic. But like if you're just throwing on a dress, like that's cheesy. Like at the end of the day, it's gotta be funny. Mrs. Doubtfire, it was funny. I mean,
Yeah.
I might not personally agree with putting on a dress, but like it can be funny in the right situation, but not the dress itself. It's the
Right.
motherfucker that's making it do what it do. But yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm glad Dave stuck to his guns because yeah, it wouldn't have made sense. That would have been completely cheesy to do that in that movie.
Right. Right. And then finally, man, my dad, man, like Superman. You know what I mean? Wouldn't be here without him, obviously. Uh, 40 years with my mom, knows how to treat a lady right. You know what I mean? I learned all that shit, internalized it, compartmentalized it. And when I get that one, whatever it is, trust me, you are in good hands because I know, what I mean, right from wrong. And I can thank that man for it. Like straight up. Like that's all. I don't know. I don't want to get too mushy or nothing, but you know what I mean? Like just my dad, man. Straight up.
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers coming up and shit. You know,
I mean.
might as well throw that out there. Um, that's a great list. It's a really good list. I'm also going to go with Malcolm X. I've always called him the greatest American story because look at his life. Look how he was raised, the experiences,
Mm-hmm.
the way he pretty much morphed his views several times over. Like
Right.
he is as American as fucking apple pie. Um,
The light skin with red hair when he was coming up was almost like being albino in South Africa right now.
like his black experience is just nuts, you know.
Absolutely.
Especially experiencing racism, going from criminal to preacher, and being a great speaker, one of the best speakers of the century. Like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he was just an amazing individual. I think people just they misunderstand a lot. They don't see they nitpick the story, and it's like, oh, but he said this and it was hateful. It's like, well, you got to look at his whole story to understand where he's coming from.
You know,
Um,
but
my
people fear
fifth
what they
grade
don't
teacher,
understand, you know?
yeah, oh yeah. My
So
my
go ahead. I'm sorry.
my fifth grade teacher, Miss Monroe, she was I think she goes by Robinson now. I think she got married, but she was yeah, she's probably my only yeah, she was my only black. Well, no, not my only, but like she was my first black teacher. The second one was I had an English teacher my freshman year at Morris, and then that was it. I had two black
Wait, she
teachers my whole time. Huh?
Miss O?
No, no, she
Oh,
retired. Like that was her last year teaching.
damn.
Yeah.
Uh trying to think.
Um.
My first black teacher was Mr. Drake in fourth grade at Baker,
mm.
but he didn't like me because my brothers had him a few years earlier and he remembered. So I had such a great time. But yeah, go ahead.
It's rough.
It is. It was
Um.
pretty rough.
Jesse Owens. I remember. This is kind of a tie. Jesse Owens, Muhammad Ali. I just remember like he was like the first historical black figure that like I read about, Jesse Owens. But then Ali came along and it was just like he was everything anybody would want to be. And he's another great story on how he changed his life, and he's
Hmm.
probably just the greatest, one of the best persons to ever live on this planet. So I mean, it's hard. I know everybody didn't like him at that time, but towards the end of his life, he was one of the most beloved figures ever to
Hmm.
grace this earth. So I mean, that was pretty cool. Um, then I'm gonna go Prince. I say Prince because I think Prince he did a lot of wacky shit along with the music, but like I think he did a lot of that to test boundaries and the to make it so that black people could just be them, whatever that is.
That's
And like
true.
we're not just one monolith, and we don't come in one type. Like we're all different. And I think that was very important for him to do at that time. And yeah, he gets criticized for that. You know, people made jokes, but that was just so important. Even though it was out there, it was so important that somebody went all the way out there so you could see, like, oh, I could test whatever limits it is. I don't have to be a version of black that's not me. Like, so I mean, I thought that was dope with Prince.
That's that's pretty profound. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm a roll with those five. Those five.
Some
It's a lot. Yeah.
just Jesse Owens. Uh, I like that he got to explore the world at a time where he was black in America. You couldn't go down the street, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like your whole world was your city, not even your
Yeah.
whole state. Sometimes your whole world was your city. You never got to leave, so he got to see the world in a different view, and he got to experience different ways of being treated at a time where if you was black, they didn't care. You a nigga and you in America, you that's it. But he goes over to Germany. Yeah, he faced a little from Hitler, but Hitler treated him better than the damn president. Think
And
about
really,
that.
that you know what I mean. That's not saying a whole lot either, because like that's Nazi Germany. So like, you know, Hitler didn't come out to shake his hand and all that shit. But it's like when the Nazis are probably treating you a little bit better than when you're back home. It's like,
That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like the World War II black soldiers around that time as well. They get to go explore and you know what I mean? They in the south of France getting treated better than they would ever be treated. They're in
mhm.
Egypt, some of them. So they were in occupations over there learning about that shit. They're in all these different places and they come back here to some of the worst treatment they had ever received even before they left. The 44, 44, 1944, all the way to what? Civil rights movement. It's pretty fucked up for black people. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
that's that's why you saw like a lot of black artists like your Langston Hughes, your
mm-hmm.
James Baldwin, Miles Davis, like Nina Simone, like these people lived in Europe at a point in time in their life just because it was just better than the US. You know, even though eventually they came back, like that just goes to show, like that's why like, these artists, you know, that era, they were just kind of living and
Elsewhere.
get celebrated over there instead of being hated over here. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
it's
I mean,
wild.
that is wild, but hey, I guess that's part of why we have Juneteenth today.
Yep.
They kind of, want to tie that in. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say more of as an apology, but more of like we acknowledge we were really wrong in the treatment of y'all's ancestors. But some people are going to feel it's too little, too late. Some people are going to appreciate it. We'll see what happens in the coming years, y'all.
It's still monumental.
Yeah,
But yeah,
absolutely.
still got a lot of more work to do. So yeah.
Until I feel safe getting pulled over and knowing I just maybe did some speeding. Speeding ain't really anything if you think about it. It's just speeding. I went over a speed limit. A car is designed to go over a speed limit by nature. You know what I mean? So it
Mhm.
shouldn't be anything really, right? But motherfuckers are scared, and it's sad. And so until I feel safe, when if I do get caught speeding, that a gun won't be pulled out on me by someone who's scared for their life, and I haven't done anything just because I'm black, then hey, Juneteenth is gonna have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, definitely,
But on a
definitely.
lighter note, that's what episode 17.
17 it is.
Man, we knocking these hoes out, man, back to back, dropping them, Jack.
Yeah,
Uh,
sir.
we bound to blow, bro. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Uh, thank y'all for the support, all the likes, the shares. I've seen some more shares from people I don't know, so that's cool as hell. Uh, share with everybody. We out here for everybody. I know we talk a lot of pro black shit, but we really are for everybody. It don't matter. And yes, we are for more
It's
than
all
just our
love.
city. It's
Yep.
all love. The comments, I reply, we reply, he replies. Uh, the reactions, even just press and play on the video. It's all good, man. Just do whatever you got. Just give us the support. You know what I mean? We love y'all. We ain't this doesn't go on without y'all. So thank you ever so much. Mr. Marlon, any last words?
Uh, Happy Juneteenth. Happy Father's Day. Y'all be easy. All them bitter single mothers come towards me. I'll keep you warm to mom.
And with that,